Welcome back to Small Batch Miniatures Games. My name is Raymond. Today we are going to be wrapping up a mini campaign where I play the Pulp Alley adventure game with the theme of my favorite 80s TV show, Miami Vice. In last week's episode, our hero, Sonny Crockett, was captured, so it's going to be up to his partner, Rico Tubbs, and the brave officers of the Miami-Dade Police Department to try and bust him out. The bad guys under Senor Alvarez have stashed him at a airstrip on the edge of town. There's a plane waiting for Senor Alvarez. He's going to be trying to escape the country in this episode. This is going to be the final chance for Miami Vice to capture him, well, at least until he comes back in a future season, you know. Miami Vice have to stop him from getting on the plane, either by sabotaging it or taking him down. This is going to be a tough one for Vice. Can they do it? We'll have to find out. Remember, if you like learning about new games, make sure and subscribe to Small Batch Miniatures Games and enjoy. We return to sunny Miami here for the conclusion of the campaign. It's taking place on the outskirts of the city here, where there's a sort of hidden warehouse and a small private runway owned by a shell company owned by Senor Alvarez himself. In the last episode, Sonny Crockett of Miami Vice found himself in some trouble, so he's been taken prisoner by the Alvarez gang, brought to this warehouse, and he's currently captured. His hands are tied. His gun is sitting, a few feet away from him conveniently, and so he's going to start the game. Not only is he going to start the game injured, as you can see, he's going to be down to D8s for things. But before he does anything else, I'm going to have him pass a plot point. So he's got to do a peril and a plot point in order to, get out of those handcuffs. He's been working the ropes or whatever. He's going to be able to get free only once he does that. The rest of Miami's finest are over here. So we've got 2 police officers, extras for the episode once again, and they are going to be led by Rico Tubbs. This is a custom scenario, so the goal here for Senor Alvarez is to get out of the country via plane. Miami Vice's goal is to put him in handcuffs, put him behind bars, take him down. That's going to be easier said than done, especially since Crockett's going to be having to escape during the first part of this. Essentially, there are 2 minor plot points here on the table. There's a pilot over here who's standing by, and then there is over here, this is where the keys are for the aircraft. With either one of these, once a character has gotten either one of these, that character will be able to move to the plane and attempt the final plot point, either to escape as Senor Alvarez or to sabotage the plane as Miami Vice. We'll be playing either until Senor Alvarez gets away or Miami Vice takes him down. Previously, I've been choosing which league goes first. I'm actually going to roll off for this game just to keep things interesting. I think the Miami Vice is going to have quite a time here taking down Alvarez. It's going to be really difficult for them, I think. So they're going to need a little bit of luck. We'll see how lucky they get here. We'll see what happens. I'm going to roll a dice to see which league is going to activate first. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the Alvarez family. And 4, 5, 6 is going to be Miami Dice. So we've got the Alvarez family going first. Now, anywhere you see the trees, just like last game, is going to block line of sight. So right now, no one has line of sight to the cops that are back here. As far as what's going on inside the warehouse, everyone's free to move here. Cosmo or one of the gang members, but I'm going to have Cosmo stay there. He's going to be staying there and watching Sonny, making sure that Sonny stays where he's at. The other gang members here are free to move about. Of course, Senor Alvarez is probably going to want to be moving towards the plane, grabbing one of these plot points on the way, and escaping. So we'll go ahead and start. I'm going to activate Eli first, and he's going to get a solo card. He gets when it counts, so he's going to have a bonus if he needs to make a roll. He's going to go ahead and move over here to the other side of the Camaro. He can only see right now because of this. This is blocking. He can only see this officer back here, so that's his closest target, and that's who he's going to fire at. He has 3d6 in shoot. I think my officer is going to try and play it safe here with the green die, or with the gold die, and dodge here. See if he can stay alive. So he did dodge one of those. There was one that got through though, and so the officer needs to make a save here on a 4 up, and he's all right. So that's going to be the end of Eli's turn. We'll go ahead and go with Leo. Now Leo has that burst ability that he likes to use. Yeah, so Al is going to be laying down a burst right here, so that as these characters come around, they're going to have to basically go around it, or else they're going to get hit by a peril. So that's the way you can do covering fire in Pulp Alley. Oh, he does owe us a solo card before he does anything else. Need to give us 2 successes with cunning or might. Watchful eye. Well, he can't do that, so he's only got 1d6, so he can't get 2 successes. He can't move, so once again, he's going to stand there and put that burst out. Our next character to activate is going to be Al inside, and so this is going to be the final solo card for this turn. Oh, watch your head. So there's a loose beam in the warehouse, or a box that's falling off a shelf, and he needs 1 success with finesse or cunning. Al just has 1d6 in these, so he needs a 4 up, and he makes it. Yeah, I think since he wants to be aggressive, I think that's what he's going to do. It's going to open him up to getting hit, to getting a burst from Rico's shotgun, but he's a thug. This is what he wants to do. He wants to shoot at this officer over here. So he's got 3d6. Now he moved enough that he drops one of these, and this officer is going to try to dodge again. And the officer does dodge, and so that's going to be the end of his activation. I'm going to go ahead and mark who has been in a fight already. In Pulp Alley, as you're in fights, you degrade, your characters get tired. So we've got the rest of the Alvarez crime family that needs to go here. Senor Alvarez himself can get around to about here. He's not going to be able to fire because he'd be shooting through his own guys there. So his activation is going to end. Carlos is going to come over here and stay in the cover of that doorway. Let me see if he can get a shot. No, he can't from where he's at on the officer, but that's fine. He's going to wait there. And then we've got Cosmo, who's going to stay where he's at. So now it's going to go over to Miami Vice. Vice, I think, is going to have to play pretty aggressive here, even if it means putting themselves at risk. Rico's going to move through this terrain up 6 inches. And then he's going to use his burst ability, so his 3-inch burst, and he's going to lay it on top of those 2 characters there. So they are going to need to pass a 1 with might. So we've got Eli, 1d6. Eli takes that hit. We'll resolve that in a second. Then we've got Al here, and Al is fine. He dodges that. So we just need to go back to Eli and roll a health check here. And with a 2, Eli is going to go down there as a level 2 character. That was a pretty good use of that burst. Eli is down. We'll see what happens to him at the end of the recovery phase. We've got 2 more officers here. I think this officer is going to move up to the edge of the car, staying in cover, and he's going to fire over at Al. Al's been in a fight. Oh, wait a second. This guy's been in 2 fights already, so he's not going to be rolling anything. In that case, he's going to make a beeline for the back of the Camaro here, since that's all he can do. Let it wait till next turn. We've got 1 more officer over here. He has not been in a fight yet. He is going to move up over here, try and stay out of, try and stay three inches away from Tubbs there, and he's going to fire at the closest target, which is going to be Leo here. So the officer, Leo, is going to shoot back with 2d6. And the officer is the only one to make a hit there with a 6. So Leo owes us a health check, and he fails. Now he is behind cover, so he gets to reroll up to 1 health check, and that saves his booty. All right, we've only got Crockett left, so Crockett is going to be tied up and unable to do anything until he can pass a peril and a plot point here. So we will start with the peril. He needs to roll 1 with cunning. Shouldn't be a problem. He's got 2d8 in cunning here, just 1 success, and he barely gets it. Oh boy, he does get it though. So that's the peril. Now he's got to do the plot point at this point. So he needs 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. Finesse is going to be his strongest. He would be 3d8, but since he's starting the scenario injured, he's going to be it would be 3d10. But since he's starting the scenario injured, it's going to be 3d8. He needs 2 successes. And he does squeak by with 2 successes there. So Crockett is up on his feet. He has grabbed his gun. But it's going to be the end of his activation, since he did his plot point there. So he's going to have to wait until the next turn to do anything. We are at the end of the turn. We've got 2 health checks to make here. So first of all, we've got to figure out what happens to Eli here on a 4-up. He gets back up. He shakes it off there. And then Sonny is injured over here, so he's going to get a recovery check as well. And he stays injured. He's going to be stuck at D8s. We're on to turn 2. We are going to let fate decide here which side goes first. 1, 2, 3, the Alvarez. Alvarez are going first again. I think Alvarez himself is going to activate first. He's going to go after the keys to the plane and try and get out of here. So, first he takes a solo card. Roll the challenge below, 2 with cunning or might. Alvarez has 3 die 10. Both of those, he needs 2 successes here. He doesn't get 2 successes. So, if he fails, he must rush the closest enemy if possible. Wow. Sonny, if he has to run through here, is 17 or something like that. Oh yeah, so Tubbs is definitely the closest character, so he's got to rush directly towards Tubbs. He doesn't quite make it in. So that is quite a twist of fate there. So he's going to run up and point blank shoot right at Tubbs. So he's got 3d10 shooting normally. Now he moved a ton, but he's at 6, so -1 +1. Tubbs is going to dodge here. He doesn't have a great shoot, so he's going to be dodging with 3d8. So let's roll this up. That is going to be 2 hits for Alvarez, and Tubbs can't dodge any of those. So Tubbs owes us 2 health checks. He's got D10 health. And he fails one of them. No cover to save him. So he's gonna go down to D8s. He is injured. And both of these characters have been in a fight as well. I'll move these trees out of the way. Next we're gonna go with Leo. So he also gets a solo card here. Okay, so he's going to get to make it count. So he gets a little bonus with shooting or dodging or brawling, which is nice. He's not going to do anything though like that this turn. He is going to use his special ability. You know, I was just eyeballing this, saying they need to be 3 inches apart. They're definitely within 3 inches of each other. So he is going to drop a burst right here. And they're going to take a challenge. Well, right away, the cop has 1d6 in might and finesse, so he's going to be taking 2 health checks, and he passes both of them. All right, and then we go over to Rico. Rico's got 3 die 8, so he needs 2 successes to dodge this burst. He doesn't get the 2 successes, so he's going to be taking 2 hits. D8 health checks. He's fine. All right. Al over here. Al's going to fire at this officer. He's got 3d6. Is he within 6 inches? He is. So 3d6. The officer's gonna. I think they got to start shooting at this point. So he's 2d6, but he gets a bonus. So he's gonna shoot back. They've got to do something. They can't just hang out. So it's gonna be gold for Al. And Al gets 1 hit only. The officer gets 2 hits. Al's the attacker, so officer can't use it to dodge. So the officer's going to take 1 health check. He fails. He's behind cover. He's all right. And then Al over here takes 2 health checks. And he fails 1 of those. He can reroll up to 1 because he's in cover, and he's all right. Al did not get a solo card, so let's see what it is. Oh, make it count. All right. They're getting all kinds of bonuses over here. So I will have to start using them next time they shoot. All right, let's go ahead and go with Eli here. He's going to kind of do the same thing. He's going to be shooting with 4 die 6. The officer would be getting 3, but he's already been in a fight, so he's just going to get 2 back, and I'm going to shoot back with him. We've got to start taking some of these criminals down. Officer does get a hit, but Eli gets 4 hits on the officer. I think the officer's going to let it fly and hope that he can do something to Eli here. So here's Eli's health check. He does fail it. He gets to reroll because he's in cover. And then he gets a 6, so Eli is fine. The officer only needs to pass 4 health checks here. He only drops 1 and he gets to reroll because he's in cover. Oh my goodness. He actually survives that. Wow. All right, nice job. Okay, we've got Carlos peeking out of the warehouse door over there. He does not have a clean shot to Rico because his boss is standing in the way. Oh, and he has a bigger threat that's much closer to him. So he is going to get behind these boxes, kind of over here, so he's got a clean line of sight, and he's going to fire at Sonny. Sonny is going to fire back. Carlos has 2d6, and he gets a bonus for being within 6 inches. Sonny normally is 3d10. He's now 3d8 plus an extra for being within 6 inches. All right. This is where Sonny shines because he ignores any multiple fights penalties for shooting. And so Carlos completely whiffs, and Sonny gets 2 hits there. So Carlos owes us 2 health checks. He fails 1. He's in cover. He fails it. So Carlos is down. Cosmo has the same brawl and shoot, so he doesn't want to go after Sonny in a gunfight. So he's just going to move in. Sonny has no choice but to brawl him here, and Sonny's been in a fight. He only ignores his multiple fights for shooting. So he gets 2d8 here because he's injured, and then Cosmo gets 2d6. And yeah, Sonny's going to fight him. He's not going to dodge. So we'll re-roll that one. We've got 2 hits from Cosmo and only 1 hit. So yeah, they're all going to go through here. So Sonny owes us 2 health checks. He fails 1. He is down to D6 health. And then Cosmo owes us 2 health checks. He fails 1, and Cosmo's down. So it's over to Miami Vice. This officer's been in 2 fights, so he's not doing anything this turn. He's going to come over here. He's going to get behind cover behind the Mercedes, and maybe he can go for this pilot after that. He'll have to be lucky with his rolls, but for any perils or anything, but he could try. Tubbs is going to make a 6-inch move back here behind the Camaro, and he's going to lay down another burst with his shotgun right there. So these guys are going to get a peril, one with finesse. They both got 1d6 in it. So we'll start with Al. Al's going to take a hit here in a sec, and then we'll do Eli. And Eli is okay. So we've got Al making a health check, and he's fine. Boy, I wish I could get a decent card for those shotgun bursts. This officer is going to move 6. He's going to be closest to Leo there, so he's going to shoot at Leo. So the officer is going to have 2d6 up to 3d6. Leo's going to have the same thing here. So, oh, that's 3 hits. Boy, I think this officer is going to let him fly through and see what happens. So the officer owes us 3 health checks. He's got a little bit of cover there. He passed 2 of them. Can he pass the last one? He does. Wow. And then Leo here only took 1 hit, so he's got 1 health check he owes us. He fails it. He's behind cover, though. And he is okay with a 6 there. At this point, we just have Sonny left. He's going to take a chance here. He can get around and charge at Leo here. So he's going to do that. Leo's been in a fight, so he's only going to be shooting 1d6 here. Crockett's quite injured. He's on d6s. He's going to get 3d6. So let's see what happens. All right. We do have a hit from Leo, and we've got a hit from Sonny. So they both are going to take a health check. We'll start with Leo's health check. All right, Leo's down. All right, we're going to go with Sonny now. Sonny. Sonny rolls a 2. Sonny is down, everybody. All right. Well, he knew he was taking a risk. That's going to be the end of turn 2. Well, after we do all these recovery checks here. So let's start with them. So we've got Cosmo inside. Cosmo gets a 6 and stands back up. We've got Carlos, who's also back there. Carlos gets a 4 and stands back up. We've got Leo out here. Leo is going to roll a dice and stand back up. And then we've got Sonny. Sonny, are you going to make it, man? Sonny makes it up. Let's see. I think he wants to be in this combat so everybody doesn't turn and just start shooting at him. Maybe? No, he wants to start outside of that combat. I guess Rico does get to a check as well, so Rico is back to full health at least. Sonny's back on his feet, but he is still injured at a D6 level now. So we're going to start turn 3. We're going to see who goes first here. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the Alvarez's. It's the Alvarez's again. They get to go first again. So let me think. I think they're going to play nasty here. And Leo's going to turn around and place a burst of machine gun fire right on top of Sonny. So, but first he's going to get a solo card. Watch your head. Man, those boxes. Even outside the warehouse, they're falling on people's heads. So he needs 1 with finesse or cunning, and he's all right. So his burst, machine gun fire. Sonny's going to need 2 with might, finesse, or cunning. He's down to D6s here, so he's going to roll 3d6. He needs 2 successes, and he fails them all. He's going to take 2 hits, 2 health checks on Sonny. He fails both of them. He is down again. Man, that was not what I was hoping Sonny would be doing. Move over to Eli over here. He's going to activate and get a solo card. He cannot perform any actions and cannot run. Actions, okay. He can still fight though. So He can't run, that's fine. He's gonna move 6 over here, and he's gonna fire at this officer. The officer's gonna fire back. Eli's gonna get 4 shots. The officer's gonna get 3. Eli only gets 1 hit there. The officer gets 2 back. So the officer, I need a health check here. Officer's fine. Eli takes 2. He fails them both. Even cover's not going to help him, so Eli is down there. And then we're going to go ahead and activate Al. He's going to get a solo card. No shooting. All right, that doesn't bother him. He's got 2d6 brawl, so he's going to run in to the closest enemy, which is Tubbs down here, and he's going to fight him. Tubbs doesn't really have a whole lot of interest in hanging out in this fight, so he's going to be dodging with 3d8. So here we go. Al gets a 5, and Tubbs can cancel it, so he's going to step an inch away. Okay, moving on to the rest of the Alvarez family. Senor Alvarez himself is going to start heading for the keys again. And then we've got our 2 characters in the building. Carlos is going to come over here, and he's going to take a shot. Well, I guess, yeah. His best shot's going to be over at Tubbs over here. So Carlos has got 2d6. Rico is dodging. All right, Rico does owe us a health check here on a d10. With a 2, he fails. He gets a reroll because he's behind cover. And he gets a 10, so he's all right. Cosmo's going to do something similar. He's going to move right here. And he's going to fire out. Tubbs is dodging again. And Tubbs, yeah, totally dodges that. That's the end of the Alvarez gang. Tubbs is really our best chance to grab this and try and make it to that plane before Senor Alvarez can. So let's give it a shot. He's going to move 6 inches next to this officer here. He can't make it here and also do the plot point this turn, but that's okay. He can turn around and blast with his shotgun. And I think he likes the fact that these 2 guys are hanging out right next to each other. So he's going to put a blast on them. Let's see what they get. 1 with cunning. Cosmo does have 2d6 in this. He needs to pass 1 of these. He doesn't pass either of them. So Cosmo's health check. He's all right though. And then we've got Carlos, who's only got 1d6 in cunning. He fails. He owes us a health check. He passes. All right. Good talk. We've got 1 officer who's still all right over here. He's gonna fire at Leo right in front of him again. So it'll be 3d6 for the officer. Leo gets 3d6 shooting back. So officer gets 2 hits, as does Leo. That was a 4. I think the officer's going to let him fly because we've got to take down some of these baddies. And so Leo takes 2 health checks. He can re-roll this because of the cover there. He's all right. The officer, same thing. Although he fails both of his, so this officer is gone. Okay, we are to the very important recovery phase here. So we'll start with Eli. And Eli gets back up. Boy, you just can't keep these guys down, can you? Only other one who owes us recovery is going to be Sonny here. Cross your fingers, everybody. All right, Sonny's back up. Still injured, still at that D6s though. All right, we are going to roll and see who goes next. It's the Alvarez family again with a 2. All right, Carlos over here is going to activate. He's going to be nasty, and he's going to shoot at Sonny in the back. Sonny's going to shoot back. He's going to have 46 because they're close to each other. Carlos is only going to have 3d6. All right. Carlos gets 1 hit, as does Sonny. The attacker could cancel it out, but he's not going to. So Sonny's health check here is a 4. He's all right. And then Carlos's health check here is a 1. He's got that cover from being behind the wall. It's 1 again. Carlos is down. Oh, and he owed us a solo card. Move along, thank God. All right, I will remember next time. We're going to go ahead and we're going to activate. So Sonny's been in a fight. That counts if people start to get into combat with him, which I think Cosmo is going to do here. Well, first Cosmo gets the solo card. Draw and play 2 solo cards on the enemy closest to the character. That's going to be Sonny. Okay. Let's see what Sonny gets. Stand firm. Roll the challenge below. That is, could be all right. Let's see. He needs 2 successes with might or finesse. He does have 3d6 in finesse because he's injured. 2 successes. Come on. He gets 2 successes. All right. So we're going to attach this to the end of the scenario. Shift this character's recovery checks up 1 die type. Oh, wow. So he's going to be rolling d8s for recovery. That is really cool. He's going to get another solo card here. Held in place. Cannot move. Attack until the end of the turn. Okay, so he's not going to be moving. Let's see. So we've got Cosmo who's coming around the corner here. He's got to move about 4 inches to get there. Now, if I remember correctly, if he was within 3 and charging at Sonny, Sonny wouldn't get a chance to use his shooting against him, but Sonny is going to get that chance here. So Sonny is going to be rolling 4 dice 6 versus Cosmo's 2 dice 6 and brawling. Oh, Sonny's been in a fight. He drops one of these. Sonny misses everything. And Cosmo does get a hit there. So Sonny's health check. All right, Sonny's down. Okay, the rest of the gang here. Leo sees this officer and Tubbs clumped up, so he is going to lay down his burst of machine gun fire right on top of him. 1 with cunning or might. We'll start with the officer who's got 1. And he is going to fail that. He takes a health check. He's okay with a 6. And then we've got Rico who's got 3 die 8. And he's totally fine. Eli here is closest to the officer, so they're going to get into a gunfight here. It's going to be 4d6 versus 3d6. A lot of misses there. 1 hit from Eli, 1 hit from the officer. So officer's health check. He fails. He's got cover. He's all right. Eli's health check. He fails. He's got cover. He's all right. Okay, then we've got Al over here, and he's just going to turn and fire at Officer Tubbs. He's going to get 4 shots because they're within 6 of each other. Yep. And Rico, I think Rico's just got to keep dodging here, so he's going to be dodging with 3d8. 1 hit, but Rico dodges it. He can move an inch too, so he'll move a little bit closer to that plot point. That's the end. Oh, we've got Senor Alvarez, of course. So Senor Alvarez is going to move and try and find those keys over there. First, he gets a peril. Peril is 2 with finesse or cunning. He is a very cunning boy, so he gets 3 D10 here. He gets his 2 successes, so that's the peril. Next is the plot point itself. He just needs 1 with might or finesse. All right, Senor Alvarez has the key to the plane. We're going to go over here and grab a reward card. All right, he's going to get this reward. And now it goes back over to Miami Vice here. Yeah, Rico's going to go for this plot point, see if he can beat Alvarez to the plane. So he's going to come over here. He's going to get a peril first. Now that is Rico's worst. He's got 2 die 6 here. Does he have anything that could help him? He can re-roll once per turn with one of these, so we'll see if he needs it here. He's all right with the might. Now the plot point itself. 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. He's got 3d8 with finesse, and he's got to re-roll once per turn, which he's going to have to use here. So he got 1 success. Can he get another one? No, he cannot. So this plot point is going to stay here. This plot point is going to stay here. It's had 1 success on it. Officer is just going to lay down some fire on Eli here. So Officer's going to have 2d6. Eli's going to have 3d6 here. Okay, Officer gets a hit. Eli gets a hit. I'll make them both take it. Officer's health check. He's all right. Eli's health check. He is, well, he would be down, but he gets cover. Now he's down. All right. Okay, this crazy recovery phase again. So we've got Eli over here. Let's see if he gets back up. On a 4, he stands back up. Boy, can I even take down one guy this game? Let's see. Carlos, come on. All right, Carlos is gone. We have actually downed 1 single bad guy. Good job, team. Okay, we're going to go over to Crockett now. You know, you're always normally rolling a d6 for recovery checks, but Crockett now has this stand firm card that he got, which lets him roll a d8 here, so for recovery. Come on. Okay. All right, he's back up. He wants to not be in that combat. All right. Here's another important roll. Who's going to go first? 1, 2, 3. It's Alvarez. Alvarez again. They've gotten every single priority here. All right, we're going to go with Cosmo first. He's going to get a solo card. Sprint doesn't do anything here because he's just going to move into contact and fight Sonny. So Sonny's got 3. Cosmo has 2d6. All right, so those are all going to go through, and we've got 2 hits on Carlos. He fails one of them, so Carlos goes down, and then 1 on Sonny. He's all right with a 6, so he stays where he's at. We'll go to our next character. Go to Eli over here, and Eli is going to fire right here. So this fight again with 4d6. Oh, he needs a solo card. Decoy. Okay. Roll the challenge below. 2 with might or finesse. Okay, he's not going to be able to make that, but it's all right. It's just he can't run during its activation, so not important. So we've got 4 dice here versus 3 from the officer. And we've got 2 hits versus... Oh, the officer got all 3 hits. So that's going to be 3 hits versus 2. So for the officer here, he fails in both. This officer is gone. He hung out a while. And then we've got Eli, who also fails 2 and is down. I think we're going to go for Leo. And Leo is, well, first going to get a solo card. Watch your step. Okay. Coconut or something, another thing falling on his head here. So we've got 1 with cunning or might. Leo just has 1 dice here, so he's all right though. So he can continue his activation. He's going to move into contact with Sonny, and he's going to be brawling with 2 dice. Sonny is going to be hitting back with 3d6, but he's been in a fight, so it's even here. Roll that one. All right, so we've got 2 successes here versus Sonny's 1. So let's start with Leo. Leo's fine. I go over to Sonny. Sonny's down. Okay, now we've just got Alvarez left. Got a lot of criminals down. That's good. But we've just got Tubbs standing over here. So we're going to go back to Alvarez. And yeah, I mean, he's going to make a beeline for the plane, right? So next turn, he'll be able to go for that. I think that's the case. Rico's only option here is to go for a tackle. You know, try and get to him before we can get to that plot point, and yeah, try and take him out. So let's see, if he moves 6, he would get to there. Yeah, I think that's what he wants to do, is move 6 and lay a burst on Alvarez. So Alvarez gets a peril. Oh, he needs 3 successes. Finally, that shotgun hits. So he needs 3 successes. Now he does get 3d10 here, so... but he fails one of them. So there we go. He's going to take 3 hits. And he fails one of those with a 1. So Senor Alvarez is injured. Finally, some nice shooting by Tubbs. That's everybody. We've got to roll for some recovery checks here. So we've got Eli, who stands back up. We've got Leo, who stands back up. We've got Cosmo, who stands back up. And then we've got Sonny, who he's in for another round here, another turn. Okay, the all-important priority roll here. Okay, it goes to Miami Vice with a 6. Whew, all right, so they've got to do something here. Well, Tubbs is going to activate first, so he's going to get a solo card. He's held in place. He cannot move until the end of the turn. Okay, he's gonna put another burst on Alvarez. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. All right, so Alvarez is injured. He's only got might. He's only got 3 die 10. Well, now it's down to 3 die 8. He has the reward plus 1 brawl, so he needs 2 successes here. Wow, he fails 2 of them. He takes 2 hits, so he's got 2d8 health checks. He fails one of them. Senor Alvarez is down to d6 health. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay, Sonny. All right, he's got to get out of this scrum here, you know, being a punching bag. So he can zip around here. Let's see what 12 inches looks like. Yeah, so he can zip around basically to here. He won't be able to target Alvarez because he's got to target the closest, which is going to be Eli. Does he even want to do that? Yeah, I guess he does. So let's do it. All right. Crackett's going to fire at Eli there. He's got 3d6. Eli's shooting back with 4d6. Jeez Louise. Yeah, this is totally going to work out. All right, here we go. All right, 1 hit versus 2. Might as well let him roll through here. We gotta take the risk it for the biscuit. So we've got one health check here on Eli, and Eli's down. We've got 2 recovery or health checks here on Sonny, and Sonny's all right. All right, there we go. He's been in a fight though. That might impact something later on. Okay, it goes over to Alvarez, and he's going to activate. He gets a solo card. He may run an extra 3 inches. All right, that doesn't do anything. All right, so he's going to first get a peril. 1 with might or finesse. I was really hoping for a tough one. He is down to 3. He is down to d6s here, but he's got 4 in might because of that bonus card. So he needs 1 success here. Oh, and he barely scrapes by. All right, now we will go on to the plot point. Can he start the plane with a 1 with finesse? He's got 3d6 in finesse. He needs one of these to win the game and get out of here. And he is successful. So Alvarez, at the end of the game, takes off for somewhere in South America. You know, Miami Vice did their best here. You can't nail them all, at least not in this season, I guess. That was a fun game, though. Sonny, I mean, I don't know how he kept, you know, he kept getting back up. I'll give him that. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen the other 2 episodes, you got to go back and watch them. They were a ton of fun as well. This won't be the last time I play Pulp Alley. Next time it's going to be a totally different theme, though, probably. This has been a ton of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.